Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time, Kirk was going to be court-martialed, but obviously he wasn't.
I mean, the show just can't continue.
Literally cannot continue. So yes, but it was fine. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it. We had one of the more interesting Kirk love interests. And I thought that was cool. But today we were watching an episode called... I'm going to butcher the name here until I hear it in the episode. The Return of the Archons. Or Archons or Archons. I'm assuming it's one of those.
Honestly, my money would be on
But
Archons.
also, I feel like I'd know how to say that if this was actually the Return of the Archons or Archons or whatever it is, if we'd actually seen them before.
That is a good point.
We could be misremembering.
Honestly, we could also be.
But I don't remember hearing that name before.
I don't remember either.
I really don't. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it was just something super obscure that we missed, but I sincerely
it could literally be referring to like a random line from a random treaty in a random episode.
Yeah, who knows?
You know, like during an expository session where Spock's like da 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 da, the Archons da 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 da.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe they were mentioned before. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so we're about to get into post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to stick around for that. We are about to watch The Return of the Archons.
I'm going with Archons.
Whatever the fuck it is. See you guys in a second. So it's pronounced Archons.
Yeah,
but that is the least of my worries right now.
Right? Like, of all the things we want to talk about, we will probably never mention it again.
Yeah, this one lost me in a few places.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Like, most of the first half.
Yeah.
I only really started understanding what was happening at, like, 30 minutes in.
Like... Aside from the fact that this episode is aesthetic, like, I love it. I love the look of it. The costuming's awesome. The sets are really cool.
Yeah.
That's about all I really, really liked, though.
Yeah, like the costumes were probably my favorite part.
It opens up this really bizarre cold open where Sulu and this guy called O'Neill are down on this planet that has modeled itself after, like, 19th century Earth.
Mm-hmm. I refer to it to a few different time periods, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just... So, like, O'Neill, like, gets left behind as Sulu goes up there, and Sulu's kind of fucked up, and he's acting weird, and...
Because he's tapped by a tube from a robed man.
Yeah, and so we send this, like, shore party down, and they're dressed fantastically. Spock is in this big black robe. I like Kirk's costume a lot.
Yeah. But, like, they never explain why they're dressed like this, or why Sulu was even down there to begin with.
Yeah, unless they did, but, like, I don't know. I don't think I missed anything.
No, we didn't talk during the opening much.
Right? Like, I really don't think I missed anything, but apparently we did. Like, I really feel like I'm missing something here.
Yeah, I absolutely feel like I'm missing something vital, and I'm just not sure where I missed it.
Yeah. So there's this thing there called the Red Hour, which
is mentioned exactly once.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the coolest thing about the episode is just like this time period on this planet where, like, everyone goes fucking nuts and tries to murder each other.
Right, or steal everything, throw others through windows, toss yourself through windows.
We hear of this character called Landru, which is just a funny name.
Yeah.
But Landru, he's like this, like, hologram thing that's turned this town into zombies and
presumably the whole planet. We only ever see the one place.
Yeah. I don't have many notes for this episode because I feel like I'd be lying to myself if I tried to write down what was going on as if I knew what was going on. You know? If I knew what was happening, I'd have more notes. If I was just like, oh yes, this seems to be what's happening, I'd just be lying to myself because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right. Like I said, I really only started to understand what was happening at the 30-minute mark.
Pretty much like when the Archons, like, started, like, converting the crew. Like when McCoy started acting like he had drunk the Kool-Aid, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like from there I was like, okay, I kind of get it. And then
like the plot became stop Landru from converting us.
Yeah.
That became the plot.
Yeah.
Whatever happened before, I don't know what happened, I can't explain it to you, and I honestly don't care.
Yeah, so it's really weird. But so like what was really weird to me though was that like before this point, before they started like converting everybody, of course we already said we had understood what was going on, but also like the episode didn't really act like you should have known, and it really did feel like I was missing context,
almost like there was like a part 2.
Like seriously, we probably missed something. Go down to the comments, tell us what's going on in this fucking episode, because I don't know.
I think we just missed something.
We really did.
But I don't know.
I did like the bit where Kirk and Spock had to like pretend that they were also brainwashed. And
yeah.
I did like that quite a lot. But like Landry's a computer and they destroy him. Kirk basically convinces Landry to kill himself.
Right.
That's literally my last note on the episode is Landry kills himself. But man, like just
it's honestly like through most of the episode I barely followed what happened, and I didn't dislike it, but I felt because I wasn't understanding it I was just bored, if I'm honest.
Yeah. This one was not my favorite.
No,
I don't like speaking ill on the show because I've had a really great time with it so far.
But but we have to be honest when we're talking about when we don't like something.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that gets better on rewatch, but I don't know. Because I even looked it up like towards the end of the episode. I was like, what do other people think of this? Because I have like some lists that I go to that I'm like, oh yeah, here's a ranking, you know. And not that like this is like top 10 material on anyone's lists or anything, but like it's pretty usually like because there are like 70 odd episodes in this show.
Yeah,
it usually gets like from what I've seen somewhere in like the 30s and 20s. So like it's above the halfway point. People seem to like it. And like I don't know if that's coming from like a hardcore fan's perspective that's like watched the episode a few times and really absorbed it all, but just coming straight off of it on the first viewing, I really felt like I was missing something.
Right, like in my opinion, people generally, including us, off of most episodes, will have the highest opinion of an episode coming right off it.
Yeah, because you haven't thought too critically about it, you know?
Right, if you don't love it coming right off this episode, much like we did here, I don't really see it. I don't get it necessarily.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird one. That said, though, without saying why, I am very excited for our next episode. I do know something about it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I know like one thing about it. I don't know much.
Alright, it has me interested.
Yeah, so join us next time. Join us next week when we're going to watch more Star Trek The Original Series. Tell us what you thought of Return of the Archons. I'm sure there are more favorable opinions out there.
I'm sure. I mean, I just want to know why it's called Return of the Archons.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that may be part of whatever we missed. I don't know. Unless it's...
I mean, okay, not to go back into review mode, obviously, but, like, there was even talk about prophecy that was, like, whatever, because they never elaborated.
Yeah. Anyway... Be sure to join us next time. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.